Well, Doreen, we're here at New York Avenue and 6th Street. As you can see behind me, the intersection has reopened. Police reopened it approximately 10 minutes ago. Many of the intersections around the Washington Convention Center were closed, while police say the Occupy Wall Street protesters tried to invade the Washington Convention Center. Now, the protesters banged on the center walls. They sat down at entrances and screamed, "We're the 99%, not the richest 1% of Americans who they say are destroying the country." Police told me there have been no arrests. Some protesters were able to get into the building and police escorted them out. Now, Americans for Prosperity is having a summit to defend the American dream, that's what they say. And tonight was a tribute to President Ronald Reagan. Now, earlier in the day, Herman Cain, Mitt Romney, and Rudy Giuliani spoke. The protesters tried to disrupt what was going on tonight, and they're trying to disrupt, they told me, what's going on this weekend. One told me that the goal is to draw attention to corporate greed on Wall Street.
To gain attention to the issue, to get news coverage just like this so that the average American person wakes up and realizes that money is corrupting our politics.
Well, I have to be honest with you, I saw a lot of the Occupy protesters, from what I saw, were talking bad about the cops, they were screaming at them, they were acting a bit disrespectful. Do you feel that that's helping your message?
Absolutely not.
It makes me think that our boys are overseas fighting for them to have the freedom to do it. Do they appreciate it?
Now, that woman you just saw, she was actually in the Washington Convention Center at the tribute to Ronald Reagan, and when many of those folks were walking out, that's when some of the Occupy Wall Street protesters were actually taking their bodies like this and trying to block them from leaving. Well, police walked down the stairs, asked them to move, and the Occupy Wall Street protesters let the folks who were at the Ronald Reagan tribute walk across the street. Many of those folks were very upset. Now, there was one reported injury that we saw in which a car actually hit one of the protesters, or excuse me, a pedestrian perhaps, who was walking across the street. Besides that, there haven't been any other injuries or arrests out here, and many of the folks who are out here told me that they're going to continue to protest. Right now, they have gone back to the McPherson area. Live here in DC, I'm Shomari Stone, back to you in the studio.